I got hurt.
No, it happened, I guess. There we go.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, we're recording. We're recording. This is what happens when stuff updates.
We're professionals. For real, though.
Trust us, people. We're professionals. We know what we're doing.
Now, it seems to me, Chucks, you were having trouble with this fight.
Yes, I'm having tons of trouble with this fight. I even had it the first time I did this. First playthrough. He's not going to hit me. Just like that, right?
This isn't going to kill me. Uh-oh. Oh, no.
What doesn't kill you makes you stronger, right? What the phrase is?
Stranger. Yes.
Well, yes, if you're, what if I was about to call him Hank Azaria? Joker.
Wow. No, that's an interesting turn. I'd like to see that.
Yes, that would be...
Simpsons voice actor star to be new Joker.
Who are they trying to cast now? People saying William Dafoe should be the new Joker?
He's got the smile for it, certainly.
Yes. That was the whole thing. Like, he's got the look. He may not have the voice. I mean, he was the only good thing in the new Death Note movie, but, you know...
He wasn't that, wasn't he?
Yeah, he plays the god. I don't remember the god's name.
Shiki Shini Swami Boo Boo.
I thought it was Orochimaru or something like that.
Orochimaru. Why not?
What is that from again? Is that from, like, Naruto?
It's from the Japans.
It's from one of those Japanese places. Asian places.
Wherever they import squid from. Man, we were just...
I'm on a streak with this dragon.
It's okay. Just, a little bit of breakup here. Chucks was super, confident and almost aced the fight, and then said one positive thing to himself, and then went downhill.
Yep.
So, I mean, just don't ever be positive, Chucks. Just go through life being super salty about everything.
Like, I need you to be really positive with your team. Nope, go fuck yourself. Not doing it. No.
Oh,
like, you all suck. You all die.
You can encourage them, but don't say, we got this. This is easy. We
Yeah.
gotta get this done by 5 p.m.
Yeah, I've said that,
several hours later.
Several weeks later. I've been saying that now recently with the resets. Like, we'll get this done next week. It's been 3 weeks now, man. Like, you've been saying the same thing for 3 weeks. Christ.
Nothing wrong with some positive thinking, right?
Yeah, like...
If I deserve it, the universe will serve it, right? No, that's not how that works at all. No. At all. E-T-A-L at all. That's where
I'm stressing.
Are you stressing? Don't stress too much. Just enough.
No.
Stress just enough. Otherwise it's super mellow. Make this look easy.
I'm just waiting for him to jump. Where are you at? Smiling little bastard there.
Yeah, that was actually a pretty long roll without it. Now, we changed up our strategy, didn't we?
Yes. We got the super!
Da super.
Da super.
Isn't that early?
Yeah, it was.
Just for demonstration purposes. So the idea is that you are invincible, is this correct?
Yes, for a few seconds. Oh shit!
Yeah, would have been far better applied during the torrent of flame headed for your face.
It would have been, but now that you guys have seen it, no, I'm gonna not repeat, say any positive things about myself. Boom.
Hey man, it's okay. I can call this Cuphead episode 8.5.
9.7, something like that.
Yeah.
What is the...
Bringing back memories of Arkham Origins?
Yes. I swear
that door, man. That goddamn door. What up?
I was like, I swear I beat Deathstroke, I promise you.
Mm-hmm.
Like, alright, we did it, we beat him, and the door doesn't work.
How do we keep going with the game? How do we do this?
Woo!
That was nice. Were you inspired? Did you feel a heavenly voice express to you what you should have done?
Yes.
Or did you hook up to the Alive Vijnana system and your extrasensory perception gland twinged ever so slightly and you just auto-dodged that shit?
I auto-dodged it, and pretty much what happened. Like, I got worried. I slid right at the perfect time.
I was disappointed to find out that I was wrong, in fact. The second season of Iron Blooded Orphans that is on YouTube is not done. It is subbed. I'm okay with this, but I wanted to see more of it done. However, apparently Cartoon Network is airing it.
What?
One at a time. So in another 23 weeks, you will have the whole thing available. Or earlier, possibly.
I've been watching it on YouTube, and I swear I got to like episode 17 or something like that, and it was all dubbed. They may have taken it off.
The first season is dubbed.
So when's the second season start?
Episode 26.
26, okay.
Yeah.
I did not know.
I mean, it was pretty competent. Again, I missed a lot of little touches. Like, there's a point where Mikazuki's suit, the Barbatos, has a sword in one of its forms. But he doesn't use it very much at all. And in one episode, he flat out says, like, I don't know how to use this. I'm not using this. And then right towards the end of the first season, he's like, oh, that's how you do it. And he just wrecks the guy he's fighting.
I didn't see it. I didn't see it. No.
Go again. It's fine.
No.
People love repetition.
Yes.
This
How
is
not
a
to play
speedrun.
Cuphead?
This is a speed run.
2.0.
So it's nice when you have a protagonist that is good at something, that something being terrible, hurting people basically, but he's limited as well. Can barely write, can barely read.
Yes. And I keep calling, what is it, Biscuit? Potato for the longest time. It's like, I know that's not his name.
Spudley, yeah, that's absolutely it. I think he
Spud
looks like a
McKenzie.
potato. Are you Chocolate Man? Great show, great show. I don't know, I keep thinking maybe I'm overhyping it, but no, then I come back to it and say this is just so much better than so many other Gundam shows.
It's pretty good. It is no G Gundam, but you know.
I have that queued up as well. I'm looking forward to looking at some of that good old 90s goodness.
I enjoy the corniness of the show.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's absolutely corny, but
and
that's
the
okay.
extreme racism that they know they get away with. Like, Kenyan Gundam is a guy in a loincloth with a spear. Or a
Lumberjack
blowhard.
Gundam. Canada. Neo-Canada. Space Canada Gundam.
Space Canada Gundam. Like, Egyptian Gundam. It's just a giant mummy. Like, oh, okay.
Well, is that or maybe a reference to like a big Horus mask?
There's Sphinx. Like, he's just
A Sphinx.
a Sphinx.
Fantastic.
Sphinx. He's not just a Sphinx. He's a Sphincter.
Sphincter Sphinx.
Yes, he's a Sphincter Sphinx.
That's terrible though, because you know a sphincter is a valve in your body. Usually we think about the button one. There's two of them in there actually. But picture a sphincter that is a sphinx and it refuses to open unless you answer a riddle. Like, I don't have time for this. I have to go. You're not going, and you gotta flex tape that shit until you answer my question.
God, that'd be terrible. You must answer a riddle before you poo. I can't do that. Just
The fecal matter is piling up. Please let me go. No.
No.
That's not how this works.
like it has the voice of the what is it?
Jeremy Irons.
Davy from I can't remember what it is. Son of Sam or whatever. Like no, Davy. It's an old SNES.
Oh, yeah.
God damn it!
We're thinking of David and Goliath, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Davy.
What are you doing, Davey?
I'm making a bike bomb.
Oh, I don't know if you should do that, Davey.
I'm sick of you like a face.
What, Davey? Bam. Dog exploded. That's the punchline. The dog died.
Yes.
So are you one of these sensitive people that bulk and feel sick in their stomach when a dog dies on screen?
No.
I mean, I think I understand it, like the empathy of, but animals are our friends. Animals would not extend us this courtesy. They wouldn't even shed a tear.
Like if we put a human on a screen in front of a lion, I'm pretty sure it's not going to hesitate to eat it. Like, try to attack
in
us.
front of a dog that's hungry. Like, wait, this person's not alive anymore. I'm gonna eat this.
So there's a new movie out, and it's based off of Stephen King novella. I think I talked about this last video. Gerald's Game. I want to watch it. And in the movie, I can't remember the lady's name. She's been in a ton of movies, and so is the dad. And I believe he's voiced Batman in some of the newer animated movies based off the New 52.
What? Not Conroy?
No, not Conroy. Conroy stopped doing the movies a while back, but he does come back to do some like cameo voices. Like he plays the dad. He plays Thomas Wayne.
Thomas Wayne.
Yeah, he does the voice of Thomas Wayne, so he does a few lines. But then they also had Weird Al Yankovic, and the son of Batman played the toy maker. So it's kind of funny to hear Weird Al Yankovic doing it.
Weird Al Yankovic is absurdly talented.
He is. But back to my point, in the middle of this movie, Gerald's Game, they're trying to spice up their sex life, and he dies while on top of her. So she's sitting there trying to find a way out, and in the middle of the movie, and actually in the middle of the book too, a stray dog comes in who's really, really hungry, and decides to eat him.
Mm-hmm.
So he's being eaten on top of her, while she's trying to figure out how the hell to get him off of her.
That just doesn't seem hardcore enough. What can Eli Roth do to spice up the situation? Maybe the dog is a jagged saw. Something like that.
Yes.
Use it! Make it count.
Yes.
In the long-forgotten R-Type games, if you cheat and make the ships invincible, that's one of the things that does the most damage in the game, is ramming a thing with a ship. Normally you die from it, but if you don't die, you just steer the ship into the boss. There, you win.
I about died there. That would have sucked.
Gerald's Cup game. Gerald's Cup. Different movie.
A totally different movie there. Ah, dang it! I was close.
Should have switched to the you were super close.
Porque.
Well, how about this? Switch to the auto aim in last phase and just focus on dodging.
Gotcha. Just focus on dodging him when it splits.
Yes, because the you trying to line up your shots was getting you in trouble. Yeah, it does more damage, but you were getting more frazzled with the orbs.
Yes, I was.
It would take a little longer, but you were doing pretty well in dodging game. Just facing back and forth was not working for you. At least it's not Rogue Legacy, where facing changes actually make you move around. Off of the platform you're on, half the time. Like, I want to turn to the left, but I'll die if I do. I think I've seen some of the trailers for Gerald's game, and there's been some interest to go see it.
It's on Netflix. It's a Netflix movie.
Oh, it's Netflix, that's right. Yeah, it's
And they
psychological thriller.
They have another, I think it's 1926. It's another Stephen King novella. Like, they're on a Stephen King kick now this year with it and a bunch of other movies.
Do you think there was maybe some sort of contractual agreement? Stephen worked out a deal?
He's like, somebody just remake Shining. Can't do that. Like, damn it! Just somebody redo The Shining for me. It's so bad.
What do you mean bad?
He finds it terrible. He finds it, and he doesn't like it. Stephen King doesn't like that movie.
That's fine. Doesn't have to. It's still Kubrick.
Oh no, it's a good movie. I enjoy the movie. I'm just saying, in Stephen King's eyes, he's probably like, all right, I'll let you do all these movies if someone redoes The Shining. Nope. Damn it. All right, give me the money. Like, just pay me. I need it. I need a new mansion.
Does he need it?
No, he doesn't need it. But I could just see, over the years of him having all his movies, God damn it, movies adapted.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, I'm just screwing up. Yeah, screwing up here.
Stephen Games, that's it.
No, I actually enjoy his work. The only thing I was kind of upset about was when I really wanted to see The Dark Tower. I was reading the books, everything like that, heard really good things about it, and then it's only an hour and a half, and they try to cram like 2 books into it.
But
it's
not it plays with the ideas of what the books are about, but it's nothing like
the book.
Yeah, it's a different storyline.
Like it was what was told to me, and I know how the books end. It's like, well, this is what happens after the book ends. Like, this is like, hey,
you're talking about Gunslinger or all of it?
All of it. Like, here's how the series ends.
I don't even know.
This is how it leads up to this. Like, this is how. So, God damn it. So we've talked about it before. Like how in the Dark Tower series, it finally. And I'm just doing terrible now. We talked about Stephen King, and I'm shitty.
Yep. But that's a trigger thing. Let's not discuss Stephen.
Okay, well, we'll finish up this brief discussion here and then get back to it. But in the end of the Dark Tower, you find out that the Dark Tower is like a multiverse thing. So he opens some of the doors in the Dark Tower, and it gets him to some of his other universes. Like, so in parts of the book, he's in the Stand, and then there's Salem's Lot that he gets into, and then at the end of it, he finds out that he comes in and he meets the turtle that's at the end of It. You get perspective from Pennywise at the end of It, actually. So it's like, hey, here's Pennywise, and Pennywise goes back to his dimension after the first time he fights little kids, and it's like, he meets his arch nemesis, the turtle, and I don't remember what the turtle's name is.
Stanley.
Yeah, sure, we'll go Stanley. And the gunslinger, Roland, meets him. When he
meets the turtle?
Meets the turtle at the end of the Dark Tower.
And the turtles is the same turtle as the Neverending Story, right?
Yes, it's the, I was about to say Lionel, and that's nowhere near close.
We'll run with it. And then the turtle sneezes, and what was his understudy's name? Jimmy?
Yes.
Yeah, Jimmy gets, he drowns in the bog, and Atreyu is very sad.
God damn, what the hell's the thing? What's the dragon's name? Atreyu, isn't it? No.
What?
The boy.
The boy's name.
I am just terrible. I probably should stop talking about movies.
This is interesting. This drastic drop in skill.
Talking about Stephen King.
Stephen King, that's the death knell.
Yeah, that's terrible. So,
LP over.
Yeah. Alright guys, we're done. Talked about too much Stephen King. Let's Play's just been ruined.
Ruined and copyrighted. Thank you very much.
Yes. But I would recommend the Dark Tower series in the books, but my understanding is I haven't seen the movie yet. But
I don't think you should.
That's what I'm hearing. Like, don't watch it. It's bad.
Do you like Idris? Do you want to see Idris do cool gun stuff?
I've seen a lot of movies of Idris Elba, and he does some pretty good, pretty good stuff. I haven't seen his show Luther yet, which I want to.
Oh, that's right. There's a show. Okay.
Yeah, where he plays a badass detective.
A badass detective? Or a badass detective?
Bad...
Audacity.
Yes, badass detective.
Badass.
Boop.
You're nowhere near this point yet, but I think it's the third Mass Effect. There is a running joke about a popular space serial about 2 mismatched cops. And it is a Hanar, which is the jellyfish people, and shame on me, I forgot what they're called, but the high-gravity giant ape-like aliens that speak through voice modulators, and they have to enunciate their feelings.
You said Space Girls, right?
Yeah.
It sounds like kind of like Gorilla Grodd in an aspect.
Well, I mean, they have a proper name and it's slipping my mind right now. But the point being, that character has the cheesy 80s buddy cop lines, but he prefaces almost everything he says with badassfully. Don't make us come in there. Badassfully.
That's right.
So it's such a stupid joke that it can't help but warm its way into my heart. It's very endearing.
It's like how I like Futurama, but every time I read their memes, like, I don't want to live on Earth anymore, or anything like that, you're just kind of like, yeah, it's funny. The first 10 times I heard it, and it was funny the 2 times I read it.
You mean in shows, or just people?
People posting the meme, like, yeah, it was funny the first time I saw it on the show a couple times.
Right.
And like I said, I used to use it as a, like, I'm going to bed, I'm turning Futurama.
Sure,
and then I saw the memes multiple times, and it's like,
This is a shorthand for expressing how I feel in a way that does not engage my linguistic center. I just have to find the picture that expresses it and then post it.
Yes, I find that I feel in the future that everybody's just going to be posting things with pictures now.
Well, that's not a terrible idea, because after all, pictographic language markers, like hieroglyphs and such, instead of just simple letters.
Like, what's it, cuneiform?
Well, yeah, cuneiform, kanji, in Japanese and Chinese as well, Hanzi. They're characters that represent more of a visual idea. And yes, they're read grammatically, but they're not letters stacked together to assemble a word that then paints a picture. They're more associative pictures. And you can store information more densely that way, I sincerely believe. Because reading things sequentially by letters and summoning it is useful, certainly. But it's a step away from how we process information, because before we learned to write, we had oral traditions, and there would still be words that evoked pictures, especially if music was involved and it was a song or a poem.
Yes.
So, I mean, we're pretty receptive to that as human beings.
No, bards, right? Is what they were called?
Yes, among many things, bards. Also priests and clerics and teachers and lawmen. But then we started writing things down, which is a great thing, and people didn't want to. Like, it was stupid, it was difficult. It's like Nutchucks learning to type. Same thing.
Yes.
I don't need to do this. This is stupid.
There's no need for me to learn how to do this yet. Yes, there is.
No. I'll just get a thing I talk at my phone and it does it.
God damn it.
Weather machine.
That's good.
Now, if this continues to fail, do you want to change up your other skills? Instead of you have more health, you're just gonna invincible dodge?
Yeah, I probably should do that.
Because that, I mean, I feel like that might be more useful to you.
In this aspect, yes. Yeah. Because I could have done it right there.
Are you nervous?
No.
Is that what this is?
No, not really. I've been playing too much NCAA football recently.
Stop.
A 4-year-old game. I've just been playing the hell out of it.
No worries, I understand 4-year-old games. In fact, oftentimes I prefer them. We were discussing today with a coworker the emergent possibility of having fun with and appreciating the newest Kingdom Hearts game.
Which one? 3 or like
3,
2.8?
The one that isn't out yet.
The one that they've been hyping up for like, I don't know, 10 years now?
That's the one. And that's exactly what I pointed out. I said, I know what you are feeling when you say you can't wait for this thing, but I really have to ask you to look at it more critically and understand that the game you think you're getting is not the game you're getting.
That's because all the voice actors will want it to change.
Well, no, not even that. But it's the fact that 10 years passed. So it's not the game it was before. StarCraft 1 and StarCraft 2 are drastically different games.
Yes.
You can do a lot with their engines, but the core presentation package, one is much more of an adventure, and the other is, well, let's build a base and throw them at them. You can't design a game now with the aesthetics you had 10 years ago. So, little things, Jesus fuck, man. Little things
I'm
like
just gonna kill myself there.
better camera handling, a smoother combat engine, that's fine. But most of what they're showing you are sizzle reels. It's like when they're showing you stuff for Red Dead Redemption 2 right now. There's no gameplay. No, not at all. We're not talking about the online component. We're not talking about what's going to be available to you activity-wise. Now, to be fair, this is Rockstar Games, so you kind of know what you're in for already, mechanically. A lot of goofing around and a lot of polished set-piece missions. With some collectibles, some crafting, some stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
That's not a surprise, necessarily. However, there is still room for innovation of some sort. Although I don't think that'll be the case in this game. You're still going to do shooty shooty bang bang. You have a very good talky scenes of a good movie, in a sense, without being a film. But I'm not expecting it going away. Now with Kingdom Hearts, you're going to have an overbloated story. Because when I was asking this person over and over, like, what is the story of Kingdom Hearts? I know what the plot is. What is the story? What are you telling us? And the first game is, here's two friends and a girl, and this is the story of how they want to keep their friendship in a changing environment. That's the main plot.
Yes.
Whenever I ask about the second game, oh, it's Organization 13. Okay, can you expand upon that? Well, it's these dudes, and they all wear black, but then they're wildly colorful underneath. They have whimsical weapons, and they want to break the world, I guess. Okay, you have a narrative device, but why? And then I would, of course, turn and say, so let's break this down. So this evil force wants a magic MacGuffin all for itself, so it's sapping the light and power from the kingdoms while building its own. That's fine, that's accessible. But then somebody stops it, they come together through a cataclysm and they push it back, but they can't kill it, they can only put it to sleep. So here we are, hundreds of years later, or however the fuck long. And it's back, it wants to do its thing and capture the world. That's... I get it. I get that. It's an easy, accessible thing. I understand. But if you think that's going to drive the story along, no, you're going to invent some more characters to have debates with. You're going to feature a bunch of cameos. Much like Steven Spielberg with his upcoming adaptation. You're really close.
Yeah, again. Boink. Wah, wah, wah.
He's doing Ready Player One. Right.
Yes, I've heard about that, and I don't know how I feel about that.
It has potential, but the question is how cynical is it? Because the trailer that I saw for this features an awful lot of familiar Warner Brothers properties.
He's done this once.
Huh?
He's done this once. Well, something similar to when he did Roger Rabbit.
Yeah, but I mean, as much as my childhood giddies come up with a surge when I see the Iron Giant walk up beside this kid, like, oh, so cool! I mean, this is also just another cynical Disney moldy property thing, like Disney Infinity, same deal. Yeah. So again, my question is, what's the story here? You're going to show us a bunch of shit we already love, and you're going to prepare us to buy merchandise. I get that. But what are you doing with this? Are you retelling the book? Are you doing a spin? Are you trying to say, hey kids, the world is going to run out of space and things to do pretty soon, so get your VR headsets right now, else it's going to be real difficult to not be a heroin addict. You're going to have to find some other way to pass the time while you do your job that we just artificially make to have jobs, because machines make everything now.
Yeah.
Hi kids, this is Steven Spielberg, and I just wanted to let you know that the Matrix is real, and this is what's going to be.
So if he was smart, he would do a not a live action, but do an Animaniacs movie.
Explain that.
Yep, what, an Animaniacs movie? Steven Spielberg was the one who... So what happened was Warner Brothers back in the early 90s like, hey, look, we want to make some shows, and we want you to direct them and produce them and everything. And they're like, okay. Well, he did. He's like, okay. So he did like 4 or 5... cartoons, I believe. Freakazoid, Animaniacs, Pinky and the Brain, and Tiny Toon Adventures.
Okay.
I would just like this childhood nostalgia. We're on the topic of that, you know.
Sure. So if he's smart, he would cater to what you're asking for.
Yes.
If you were smart, he would call up Nutchucks and say, hey, would you like to be my creative consultant on this?
And then he would say, haha, just a joke, get the hell out of here. Because Animaniacs is like 20 years old and no one watches it.
Well, actually, that might show up with this super cameo film of his.
It might.
Anyway, to wrap up the idea with Kingdom Hearts, whatever they make is going to sell on the premise of, hey, finally, it's another one. But it's not going to be what people are expecting. It might even be good at some point. But the comparisons that I brought were big playgrounds where you run around, collect all the things, and get better gear. Yeah, the combat looks flashy, but how much combat will you be doing? If it's your...
I wonder who they're going to add. Are they going to add Minnie to your team? Who they going to... Like, you can just...
of Disney properties?
Yes.
My good sir, Disney has Marvel now.
Well, that was the thing. They were going to add a Marvel universe, and that was one of the big things. Like, oh yeah, you could play Iron Man, Captain America. They were going to do, like, the original...
They have Star Wars.
Yeah, they could do that, too. That might be why they're delaying everything. They just started buying all this property. They're like, well,
yeah, you think?
Shit. Like, what do we do now? Like, we have all this.
Endless DLC. Congrats, kids. You can now, for $14.99, you can now buy your next Planet Adventure, which will ride in.
Yes, you want to play an Infinity Wars, story? Bam, perfect, right here, guys. Gotcha. And you'll also play as Sora.
But what about saving the world? No, don't worry about that.
No, don't worry about that.
Quickly, we have to find the nobodies. Hulk's lost his heart. Okay, sure.
We're going up against the Skrulls. We're doing the Secret Wars now.
Although I wonder what... Yeah, Skrulls. I'm curious, like, if they were to actually roll with that, if there would be, like, Marvel Infinity Like Ultron would be a villain. But
Yes.
who is villain enough is the question. Who would they try to...
Well, you can do Doctor Doom. Doctor Doom's been one of the few guys that's been able to do...
Oh, look, come to think of it. Alright. Super team, super group of Xehanort. You know, the bald, evil guy from Kingdom Hearts. Teaming up with Thanos and Darth Vader.
Hey, there you go.
Like, that seems to me like a fairly
The whole time this has been going on with Darth Vader, and he's been trying to get his universe all the power and make the Sith. And Kylo Ren was involved. God damn it, if I quit hitting down and A at the same time.
I mean, you could, but you're not.
I'm not.
One more try and then I'm kicking you off.
That's fine.
You told me you were ready.
I thought I
This
was.
is not supposed to be a podcast.
Damn it. Whoop. Alright. Doing good,
Okay,
doing good.
nobody mentioned Stephen King.
We're in.
Bill
Okay,
Flag!
damn it!
Remember that time Stephen King made a cameo on the Chappelle Show?
Did he?
Yeah.
That's right, he did. Didn't
On
he?
a Paul Mooney segment.
That's right, yeah, I forgot about that. And so did Dee Snider one time.
Keeps his teeth white.
Jesus Christ. God damn.
Maybe you can do it. Maybe you can win with 1 hit point.
Alright.
Is that possible? Can you do it?
Like, it's possible. I've seen a guy get an S plus on this. Or
Yes.
S. Yeah.
He watched it and said, well, good for him. Good for him.
Like, how you've had this game for how long and how many times have you beaten this? Good for you, buddy.
Oh wait, so if you stand to the far right of the screen, they don't reflex back?
No.
So the shots die, they can die off, so you have to fire to the right, like at the middle. Interesting.
Damn it!
Limitations. Limitations.
Yeah. Limitations.
Lamentations. You want to get a drink of water or something? Are you okay? Have you taken a poop recently?
No. No poop in 4 days.
Okay, maybe this is precisely why. You're being weighed down.
Yes. Bogged down.
There's a minor turd aneurysm headed up to your brain.
That would suck.
We're gonna start killing brain cells if we don't let this out. I can't! I sat on some flex tape!
You know, my sphincter is causing me some...
I just can't figure out this damn riddle!
It's... Well, God, have you seen the College Humor where they do that Batman's talking to Riddler? And he's like, what? And the answer's bullet, but the whole time Batman's like, is it, Did you just say your answer was no. Rough? Like, no! It's bullet! Dear God! Like, what do you see in this guy? I can't remember who he has, but the whole skit's pretty funny if you think about it.
I gotcha. Batman's sheer incompetence.
Yes.
I had rewatched the Nolan trilogy fairly recently to see if I still enjoy the films at the same level, and I think I appreciate all of them a little bit more. Just as it's not the invoke things you're not loyal to. Oh, Batman merchandise! It is a interesting auteur version of this universe. I would almost say grounded in reality, but of course not as much.
Yes, that was his whole point. He's like, I want to put this into reality as much as humanly possible.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, okay, so that would be the closest thing to Batman being real if it happened.
I think I also appreciate Christian Bale just more in general as an actor, because I watched Rescue Dawn fairly recently, and that's a pretty different role. You take Patrick Bateman, you take this character from The Machinist, you take this character from films where he's serious but like not necessarily authoritative, because he has roles where he's the big dick, right? And then he's got roles where he's in trouble or incompetent or humble.
He was also in Newsies.
In what? I'm sorry. Newsies? I don't know this.
Yeah, this is a music from the early 90s.
Okay. That's good.
He plays the main character in that.
But just sometimes I feel like, oh, maybe he's kind of typecast or he just does the same thing. No, not at all the case. He's actually a quite talented actor now. Makes me curious what his particular brand of personal damage is. You want to do super?
I don't have it.
Maybe. Yeah!
Wow! It's a miracle! It's a miracle!
I only took 55 tries.
There is a guy!
Okay, so no Stephen King, yes Christian Bale.
Christopher Nolan Batman does it, I guess. And
Yes.
it only took... So 2 minutes and 20 seconds times that by like 200, and that's how long...
C+.
Yes. C.
Solid C. Good! Good, Chucks.
Woo! Alright.
Bet you guys didn't see this coming, huh? You just thought we was going to fail.
Yeah, I thought I was going to fail.
The Bifrost is unlocked.
Well, take that, Grim Matchstick. You can go suck a donkey cock.
But what do you do now? I mean,
We go to that one. But we'll do that next time.
B-U-T-T?
Yeah. But we'll do that next time when we come back, when we get out of the candy thing. So, see you guys next time.
Yeah.